Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. And it is, of course, week 45 of these championship predictions. The season of his course is nearly over. Guys, before I jump into the video today, I just want to start off by saying massive thank you to you all. These championship prediction videos are really going up in views, interactions, and it's great to see. And the same with our channel, and we're getting closer and closer to 2,500 subscribers. So please do help us out. As always, please hit that like button, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button if you are new here or just yet to be subscribed, because it really does help us as a channel. But let's waste no more time. Let's get into these championship predictions. And we start off with Sheffield United against QPR. Now, Sheffield United, this is a real massive opportunity for them, of course, sitting in sixth position. But there is still 3 or 4 teams that are like vultures trying to take that away from them. They come up against the QPR team, though, that have only won 1 in the last 8 games, and that was against a 10-man Derby County team. So really, Sheffield United should win this game if they want to keep their, their playoff dreams alive. And I think I am going to give it to the away team. I do think it'll be a 3-1 victory to Sheffield United. It'll be a very good back and forth game, but Sheffield United, I do think, get the win. Coming on to Barnsley taking on Preston, and 2 things that these guys have in common is that they've both lost their last 2 games, obviously not going into this in fantastic form. Barnsley, of course, already relegated. Will they be playing for a bit of pride, not wanting to finish bottom of the table? Preston, maybe just to finish the season in good form. I think this could go either way, to be honest, and I am going to predict a bit of a blockbuster performance. I'm going to go for an away win again, but I'm going to go for 3-2 on this prediction. I do think it'll be a very back and forth game, a few goals in there as well. Coming on to Middlesbrough now, taking on Stoke City, and Stoke have actually been doing Middlesbrough favours. They've won the last 2 games, and they've won against QPR and also Blackburn Rovers. Obviously, QPR, that kind of killed their chances off of the playoffs. And Blackburn Rovers, although still very much in it, of course, Stoke beating Blackburn Rovers was massive help for Middlesbrough in their playoff dreams, I guess. Middlesbrough, they come into this obviously beating Cardiff City yesterday, and this is going to be a really interesting game. I do think I'm going to predict my first home win, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory again for the Middlesbrough. Right, we come on to Cardiff City now, taking on Blues. And, Blues, there was a bit of news around them, obviously, last Saturday. Everything on social media was more about what happened off the pitch rather than what happened on the pitch. Birmingham coming up against Millwall. Well, on the pitch, Birmingham did draw against Millwall. It was a 2-2 draw. And Cardiff City, obviously, have just lost to Middlesbrough. I think on the pitch, once again, Cardiff and Birmingham, I think they will share the points. I'm going to go for a 1-1 prediction in this fixture. Nottingham Forest next, taking on Swansea City. And I said on my video that I did about who goes up between Bournemouth and Forest, this could be Forest hardest game. And that might sound stupid because I have got Bournemouth to play, but Swansea on fantastic form. They've actually now drawn their last 4, but they're unbeaten in 9. So a very, very hard team for Nottingham Forest to beat when you look at their current form. And it's not going to be an easy fixture. It really isn't for Nottingham Forest, but I do think they need to win this. And I do think they will get over the line. I know Andrew, who regularly watches this, will probably be a bit disappointed with my prediction, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 Nottingham Forest win in this one. And I think, it'll be a much needed win for Forest. Coming on to Coventry, taking on Huddersfield. And Huddersfield, obviously, in fantastic form. They've made the playoffs. Huddersfield are actually unbeaten in 5 as well. Coventry's form a bit all over the place. Wins, draws, losses. It's all there. It's a real mixed bag, a bit of a pick and mix. Huddersfield, I think, will be wanting to keep their form on going. It's really important that they keep their good form. And look, if Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest completely mess up, there is still a small chance, really minute chance, that Huddersfield could get automatic. Of course, it probably won't happen, but it's still mathematically possible. I think I am going to go for a Huddersfield Town win, and I'm going to predict a 1-0 win for Huddersfield Town in this game. Bristol City taking on Hull now, and I think it's 17th versus 18th. Hull starting to climb up the table, and the same can be said for Bristol City. Both teams are kind of finishing the season well. Look, but neither team have much to play for. Both teams throughout the season haven't had the best defence. So let's throw some goals at this. Let's say that both teams will share the points and it'll be a 2-2 draw in this fixture. Coming on to Reading taking on West Brom now. And I believe Reading and West Brom's form across the last 5 fixtures is actually identical. 2 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw in the last 5. So they're identical on their current form. Will there be something to separate these 2 teams come the weekend? That is the question. Of course, Reading more than safe now, mathematically safe, so we'll be playing in the Championship next season. Likewise, so will West Brom. Obviously, their Championship hopes playoff hopes have completely derailed, and Steve Bruce has been confirmed pretty much that he will be the manager next season. Can understand why West Brom fans probably aren't too happy about that. But when it comes to this prediction, I'm actually going to back a home win in this one. I think Reading will get over the line. I'm going to choose my favourite score prediction, my 2-1. Thankfully, there haven't been too many of them in this video. If you watched the last one, I think I predicted about 7 2-1s. Yeah, won't be doing that again. Blackpool, obviously, now taking on Derby. Blackpool, 1 loss in the last 5. I suppose Derby have got the fact that they're fighting not to finish bottom, obviously playing for pride, finishing the season well. But Derby County's away form has not been very good at all this season. And I think that, because of that, I'm going to give it to Blackpool. And I'm going to say, but Blackpool will have a very impressive 3-0 win over Derby County. Coming on to Millwall, taking on Peterborough now, and Millwall still within that playoff picture, albeit that I think they need a perfect record. They've got Peterborough to play, and then they've got Bournemouth to play. This, in theory, should be the easier of the 2 games against an already relegated Peterborough. And, of course, at home as well, Millwall will really fancy their chances. And to be honest, I also fancy Millwall's chances in this one. I think they'll get it over the line, and I'm going to predict a 2-0 victory in this one to Millwall. Coming on now to Blackburn taking on Bournemouth, and this is one which I'm really having trouble to predict, to be honest, because Blackburn, not good form, but they're still within a shout of the playoffs, and a big win against Preston, a 4-1 victory against Preston. It's hard to know whether that's really going to spur Blackburn on to finish the season strongly and maybe even give themselves a shout at qualifying for the playoffs. They come against a Bournemouth team not in very good form. Of course, a 3-3 draw against Swansea, but things haven't been pretty for Bournemouth, and they need the win, don't they? They need the win, otherwise things are really going to be tense come the fixture against Nottingham Forest in midweek. Blackburn at home, and I don't know, something's just telling me, I'm really sorry, Bournemouth fans, but I just think something's telling me Blackburn will nick a point here. I'm going to say there's going to be goals because I think both teams are liable to conceding a goal. 2-2 is my prediction on this one. Fulham obviously already promoted, Fulham already champions, Fulham taking on Luton Town, who are out to set history. I think I've said it before, if they do go up via the playoffs, they will be the first team to be in the Premier League, get all the way relegated to non-league and come all the way back up to Prem. It really is already an absolutely huge story that they're even there. Taking on a Fulham team that have kind of down-tooled now, it'd be fair to say, after obviously their promotion and whatnot. I think they've only actually achieved 1 win in the last 5, and you compare that to Luton, who have only had 1 loss in the last 5, you could see that the form table is very different. Luton, of course, away from home in this one. I think Luton are going to nick it. I don't know why. I just feel maybe Luton will nick this. They're on really good form, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Luton Town victory, and I don't think that will bother Fulham fans too much, to be honest. Guys, let me know your thoughts, your predictions, and as I said at the start of the video, please do help us get closer and closer to 2,500 subs. I think we're about 90 away, so help us out. If you're not already subscribed, please do. And also hit that like button even if you are subscribed. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video, which will sadly be the last predictions video of the season. but hopefully I'll see you on it. Goodbye.